All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Positive Negative Podcast, the only podcast in the world that has a name.
As a
this week,
Sabiati.
it's true. That's very true. There's probably a million Dante Pinus out there. It's a very common name. This week, we're going to be talking... I'm sounding a little gainy, actually. I'm not super happy about that. Let me see if I can play with this. That sounds a little bit better. It sounds a little more normal. How about that? Yeah, okay. I'm cool with this. All right. This week, we're going to be talking about a thing. But before we start, we're going to be playing a game. Dante, have you ever heard of the Never Have I Ever game?
Nope. Never heard of
cool.
it. Definitely
we
did
definitely
not do
did
a test run before we
right,
recorded
obviously.
this.
Yep. This is... Dante, there's an illusion. It's called the fourth wall. We don't break the fourth wall.
Oh. Frick, I've broken it. It's broken forever now.
It's on the floor!
It's not repairable. You can't repair it. It's like
get a broom. This is gross. This is unsanitary. Get a broom. Thank you. Good. Yep. Because we are definitely in the same room. All right. Now, we're going to see at the end of this who has more points. Whoever has more points has to... What do you think? What do they have to do? And there's 20 points, by the way. We test ran to like 6, so there's plenty of stuff.
Whoever has the most points?
Whoever has the most points at the end...
Has to sing a little ditty on air.
All right, I'll do that. Has to sing a little ditty. All right.
You have to say, like, your answers this time, though, because...
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 1 is, never have I ever got a tattoo.
Nope, not yet.
Nope, not same here. So, we both have a point. For those keeping score home, that means that we both have 1 point. Never have I ever eaten sushi.
I have. I was forced to. I cannot for the life of me remember who. I
actually really like sushi, so it's fine.
I don't. I thought it was fine, but yeah. I was forced to.
Yeah. I think it was me.
Were you? I think I might have been.
They were serving at the cafeteria.
Sushi bar. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was
me.
either... I was like, it was either with you guys at school or it was like robotics, and we were like at some weird buffet. But it was at school.
It was me. Nice. All right, cool. So that's a little tidbit right there. Hey, I saved you a point. You're welcome.
Yes.
Never have I ever kissed on the first date.
Nope.
You've never done it?
Well, I've only been on one official date, and we did not kiss first date. So.
You've been on more than one date, Dante.
No. I mean, I've never been. I've only been on one official first date.
Okay, yeah. Dante's married. For those who don't know, so I have kissed on the first date before.
Good for you, man.
No,
I wish I had that game.
Dude, pushy woman, man. I made a mistake. All right, never have I ever been on a cruise.
No, I wish. I really hope to.
Yeah, same here. So that's a point for both of us. Those keeping points at home, it's 3-2. Where
winning.
I am currently winning by having less points. Never have I ever gotten a fist fight.
Nope.
I have.
I mean, I've gotten punched in the gut, but I've never responded.
I have gotten in a fist fight. I've been in full on fist fights before.
Yes.
Growing up in an actual high school and going to being on a football team in actual high school. Yeah.
And also sometimes living in the hood. So.
Well, yeah, but no, I mean a little bit. I was getting jumped on my way back from school, but where I was interesting.
Also, you have that personality that you could get in a fist fight.
You would not have gotten yourself in a fist fight. I did because I'm me, you know.
Yeah.
I have gotten punched very validly in the past. All right, never have I ever dyed my hair. If I had hair, I'm sure I would have dyed it at one point, but I don't, so here we are. I get a point for this one. Dante, on the other hand, my metrosexual friend over there, has dyed his hair.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He didn't dye his hair. He got a little blonde streak in it.
I thought it'd be fun. And it was fun. I don't regret it.
I just
basically
see the
gone
word.
now, though.
I see the hands of your wife in this too. So
yeah. No. It was fun. It was whatever. I thought it would be fun, and now it's gone, and I'm not gonna do it again anytime soon because I gotta actually look for a job. So that's not good for an interview. But
yeah. So
we are technically yeah. So we're even again.
Yeah. No, we're not. It's 4.
No, you have one more point than me. Yeah.
I have one less.
Wait, what?
I have one less. You're at 4. I'm at 3.
I don't understand how this point system works. I'm really confused
No,
now.
you get a point if you've never done something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am
So if you
winning
answer
then.
no, you get a point. So you are in the lead currently.
Okay. I thought it was like if you said yes, I'm like,
Yeah.
you've been
Now,
in a fist fight and everything.
You're losing, technically speaking.
Yeah, okay. It's like golf. Okay. I
Yeah.
understand now.
Yep. All right. So never have I ever been camping.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was in Boy Scouts for years, so it
Yeah,
was fun.
I went camping once, but I'm gonna claim it. So, never have I ever gotten a piercing.
Nope, not yet. Probably
Nope,
not.
not yet. Never will. So
I mean, like,
yeah, okay.
I don't, like, the only piercing I'd ever think about getting would be earrings, but I don't think I can rock that, so probably not.
I don't think any straight man should ever rock that.
Fair enough.
So
But, like, my
that's
dad, when my dad and my mom met and they started dating, he had earrings, and my mom said that he rocked it pretty well, but, like, I'm not.
Well, yeah, that was like back in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that was a different time.
90s,
You know?
yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, we're in a new era. We're in an era of people think things through. All right, so we're at 5-4. Never have I ever had the flu. I don't know why that's on there.
No, I definitely have had the flu.
Yeah, we both have the flu. Yep.
It's the
Never have I
worst.
ever been on an airplane.
No, I've technically like 3 times, but it was one trip. It was like to and from. But
Yeah.
The plane 2 got delayed for like an entire day, and we ended up having to like switch airports, and then it got split into like 2 plane trips with like layover in between. So.
Yeah. All right.
But yes.
So
yes.
I have been on an airplane as well. I used to live in California, so I had to kind of fly around from Rhode Island to California, where I originally lived. So yeah, I've been on an airplane as well. Never have I ever been to Disney World.
I wish
Nope,
I'd
same
gone
here.
in like that prime time of like, you know, like a child like, you know, wonder and whatever. Like I wish I'd gone
Yeah.
then, but
I hate crowds so much. I would have hated it. I would
yeah.
have been like, let's go to Disney World. And I'm like, let's not. Let's go to Six Flags. I much prefer, like, if we're going to go, I want my adrenaline rush,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I would have had fun, but no, I haven't been. I hope like
It's a
eventually I
small
could like
world.
take my kids, but
Yeah. It's a small world after all.
like,
No!
here, hold on. Save the ditty. If you
Save
sing
the
the
ditty.
ditty after you
Well,
lose, which
right
you
now
won't.
I'm winning. Right now I'm winning. So here we go. By the way, Dante can't see this list, so for all he knows, I'm just making this up.
Yeah.
Never have I ever met someone famous. How do you define famous?
yeah.
How do you define famous?
I don't. I'd say like movie
I've-
star or something.
I've
Like,
met
who
Ken
have you met?
Ham.
Who?
I've met Ken Ham.
Well, he's famous in the Christian community, but if you ask anyone that's not a Christian, they're gonna be like, "Who the frick's is Ken Ham?"
Excuse me. He debated with Bill Nye the Science Guy.
That's
So-
true, but nobody cares because everybody loves Bill Nye. All right, fair enough. You met Ken Ham, sure, you get that one. I have not
All right.
met Ken Ham, and I've also not really met anyone famous so far.
All right.
I don't think so. Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
Well, I met
Yeah.
2 comedians. One Ken Davis. I met Ken Davis.
But I've also met, when I was younger and I was living in California, I've also met some more famous Christian rock stars. So,
All right, yeah. I'd say out of the
Yeah.
2 of us, you get that because I've only met like Ken Davis, who's like a famous.
I think we're
Christian.
gonna call that one moot for both of us. 'Cause
Okay,
I don't think
all
either of us have met someone specific.
neither of us have met like a Chris Nolan or a Benedict Cumberbatch or anything like that. So
Yeah. Agreed. All right. Never have I ever been skydiving.
I really want to, man, but
Yeah,
no.
I know. I've never been either. I remember looking into it at one time, but I wish.
Yeah, it sounds like so much fun, but I haven't yet.
So is that 6-5 now?
I guess you're the one that's been keeping
Yeah.
track. I just know I'm still losing.
I'm pulling up a notepad so I can just keep track of this real quick.
Oh.
Why is the note? I want notepad, not that. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Never have I ever broken a bone.
Twice.
Never. I have never
Wow.
broken a bone. Yeah.
I think you told me that. Yeah. I've broken both of my arms at different times. So
That sounds unfortunate.
it is.
So, we are both at 6 now.
Oh, sweet! I tied it with my broken
tied it.
bones.
Never have I ever visited another country.
No.
I have.
I
I've
know
been to
you
Mexico. I
Yeah.
have been to Mexico.
I've been to New Mexico.
That I have too. So now I am back in the lead. Never have I ever smoked.
Nope.
No, yeah, same.
Nope.
I never smoked.
Funny story. When I was like younger, probably around like 5 or 6, I don't know why this left such an impression, but my aunt, who did smoke and still struggles with that, and has been trying to get off of it for years. My cousin was visiting from New York, and we were hanging out at like my grandparents, and my aunt came over, and she's like, "Hey, you two," and she like put her hands on our shoulders, and she's like, "Promise me you will never start smoking or whatever, because it's horrible."
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but like 6-year-old me got like that stuck in my mind, coming from somebody who I saw smoked, So that was kind of like a promise that I intend to keep. And in general, I try to keep my promises, but
yeah, agreed. And I think for me it was the public schools back when I was a kid. Instead of actually trying to teach us something, they were pushing the political agenda of tobacco is bad. But it sticks with you. I remember walking away from that, and now I'm looking back at it going, you know how many countless hours we spent with them drilling into our heads smoking is bad?
Yeah.
Like we have, like, no other subject was touched upon. I didn't learn math as well as I learned smoking is bad and what's in smoke and then what's in a cigarette. I don't smoke. I couldn't care less now, but I'm like, why did we spend so much freaking time on that? Like, couldn't we have you taught me like a little bit better in some other areas?
Yeah.
I would like to learn history.
And now it's like drugs.
Yeah, I know. And it was the same back when I was a kid, but it's just like, this is that's unfortunate. I mean, hey, if kids aren't gonna smoke, that's great, but I'm like, maybe we should be doing that somewhere else. I don't know. All right, never have I ever cheated on a test. This is number 17 out of 20. So.
I think technically I have, because like I
definitely have. But
no,
you tell me that technically.
I've been a good student, so I've never written down answers on like a napkin or whatever. But
I haven't
like
got to college, but
I don't know, like intentionally or unintentionally, but I've looked over at somebody else's test and seen their answer and been like, huh, maybe I should rethink this.
No. We're not. No, I'm talking like legitimate, like premeditated cheating.
I think so. Unless I forgot about it sometime in middle school, which is completely possible, but I don't think so.
I remember going to Word of Life and a lot of tests that were just like, "Did you do this thing?" And I was like, "Yes." I hated it so much.
I've said that I've read things when I haven't, but that's not cheating. So.
Well, when it was that's an example, but when it was presented to me in test form.
Yeah. So no.
Yeah.
Are we even again?
Never have I. What?
Are we even again, or are you still in the lead?
You have 8 points. I have 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Never have I ever been in a car accident.
Have twice.
I have not. So.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, never been in a car accident. But you drive like a maniac, so
I've never been driving in a car accident. I have been in a car accident twice though. And funny enough, both times my dad was driving, but it wasn't his fault. He actually
got hit by someone else.
Well, the one time that I remember, because the one happened when I was really young, and all I remember was being super traumatized by it. But the more recent time, which happened a few years ago, he started slipping on ice, and he could have run into a telephone pole like full speed, and it would have like killed somebody in the car, probably me or him or both. Right. But he was skilled enough to be able to angle it so that he instead went over like a ditch and basically saved, like, didn't hit the pole. He did end up hitting another car, but thankfully there was nobody seriously hurt. So yeah, it was good.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So I actually went up a point. So now it's 8-7. So it's pretty close. Well, if we tie, does that mean that we
have to
both
sing a ditty together?
All right. We'll have to pick like a duet.
A
type
duo.
Thing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Never have I ever been to a concert.
No. Wait. No. I mean, unless you count Rise as a concert.
No. I've been to several. I have been to a ton. I grew up on the West Coast. They were all over the place.
Yeah, I've never been. I want to, but like I only really want to for like 2 bands. So.
Yeah. Oh, they're fun. If you ever go to a concert with Red, fantastic, man. And Skillet too. It's an event.
Yeah, Skillet
went to a couple with went to a couple with Hawk Nelson. So yeah,
but
fun.
like
They're a lot of fun.
I only like my what I like in music is usually I pick a few songs from a bunch of artists. So I only really like a few bands as a whole. Because like it's like a lot of bands I just like a few of their songs, but like the only really band I can think of that I actually like pretty much every single one of their songs is like Imagine Dragons. So that's like if I was to go to a concert, I'd only go for someone that I know I like pretty much all the songs. So I'd probably go for them.
All right, this is the last one. Dante, it is inconceivable that you can win at this point. You have 9 points. I have 7.
But I definitely could win.
Okay, sure. But also I know what the last one is, and
Optimism.
I'm gonna win this one.
All right.
Never have I ever had a sip of alcohol.
I have, yeah.
What?
Well, first of all, I went to
Sin. You are 18. 19, 18.
Dude, I've been to like at church.
Are you 18?
What?
Are you 18 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are 18, sir. This is 3 years out from being legal.
Well,
no,
first of all,
shame.
Shut up.
Sin.
You've had alcohol before you were 21. Shut up.
No, I didn't. I did not.
Did you really?
I didn't. I never had a sip of alcohol before I was 21.
Well,
years old.
the main way that I had that was at church. They had wine, and my parents were okay with like us having a sip of wine at the Lord's Supper and everything. So
Sure.
it was like every other Sunday I had a sip of wine.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, I drank alcohol for the first time after I turned 21. And I've had it a couple times since then. So.
Yeah. Well, either way, we're still even.
I did.
But
I just recently broke my record and had 2 beers instead of
what?
1. I know it was wild. That was it.
You were done.
I was
You're
done.
Such a lightweight, man.
It was sad. It was a lot of It was literally. I could tell after that I was. Well, the thing was that I had been used to drinking some like, I think I'm used to drinking like 10 proof or whatever.
Yeah.
Not even close. It's like 4 or 5% alcohol content. And the drink I got, what I didn't realize was that it was like 11 or 12% alcohol content. So it was like 24 proof.
Yeah.
So it was really strong beer, and I had 2 of them in rapid succession, without food, without anything else. So I had basically like.
So you were like tipsy.
It was bad. It was like the first time I'd felt like I actually need to sober up a little bit. Nowhere near drunk, but it was like if I kept pushing this, I would have been.
Yeah.
But it was like I had full mental faculties.
Yeah.
But I couldn't feel.
Yeah, like my mom talked to me about it a while ago. She described like the feeling of being drunk and how she hated it, and she basically described it as for her, she's like, I had full mental capacity, like I was thinking through, but I just had no control over my body.
Yeah.
So she felt like she hated it because like she was like, saying or moving when she was trying to do something else, so that's like her description of it. But
right. I didn't get that far. It was more. I still had control of my body, but it was like, you stop feeling things after a little while. Like,
I feel like if you had been pushing it though, you probably would have gotten there. Right.
I was like, all right, this is the limit. This is as far as I can go.
Yeah.
So
what's funny too is I make fun of you for being a lightweight, but more than likely once I hit the age and have alcohol, I will totally be a lightweight.
When you turn 21, I'll fly down from wherever I'm gonna be. Did I tell you I'm gonna be here another year?
Yeah.
Fun. Anyway, well, yeah, I'll fly down and we'll have a drink or whatever. So.
All right.
And, I will sneak several shots of tequila into your first drink.
We'll have a virgin martini.
We'll have a virgin martini. We'll both be done. Like lampshades on our heads.
No, honestly, man, I make fun of you, as everybody, like all of our friends do, about like being a lightweight, but 100%, I'm going to be the lightest of lightweights. 1,000%.
It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, that's it.
That's the end of the show. Bye, guys.
That's the final score. That's the end of the show. Final score is Zac 7, Dante 9. Dante, I believe you have won or lost, depending on how you see things. You now get to sing a ditty for us.
Yeah. Pick a song.
Are we doing
for
that
me.
now, or do you want to do that now, or do you want to hold off for like next week? You can prepare. We get you some music, maybe.
I have to prepare for this. I was just thinking,
No.
I thought the punishment was like you had to
You're
sing.
singing. You are singing for us.
Hold on, I thought like the punishment was just like you'd have to sing like "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star."
Oh no! You're singing something. You're singing something for real. What? You know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do it today. Dante's going to record himself. He'll do like a karaoke version of a song, and we're gonna post it to the YouTube channel.
Oh, we're posting it as like its own video on the YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
It will be by the end of the week.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you picking the song or am I picking the song?
Oh, I'm picking the song. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna pick the song.
Okay.
Yep. So.
All right.
And I'll announce. We don't have a Facebook page, do we?
No, we need one.
We should.
We'll make a
Facebook page, and then I'll post the Facebook page.
All right, cool.
What I'll be picking. So.
And also, does this require like video?
No. We can just do audio. If you want to do video, go for it.
I mean, not really, because the only video camera I have is my phone.
All right, don't do that then.
Yeah.
We'll do the just the audio.
All right. Got to prepare my singing lungs.
Sure.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's go on with the
Dante,
actual
you take
show.
it over from here. Yep. Let's start the real show.
So, as always, to start us off with some random news that Zach probably doesn't care about, which I'm naming the segment now, Zach. I'm gonna name it. You ready? It's gonna be called "Random Movie News That Zach Will Probably Not Care About."
Nice. I'm excited.
Segment. All right.
I'm just joking. I'm not excited.
All right. So this week, another Netflix adaptation. They're making an adaptation of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, adapted from the original comic books of the same name and the TV series Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's a new series about, as you guessed, the chilling adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So, what do you think?
Neat.
It's like it's like a love story too, with like some dude. It's like a high school thing.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Sounds Twilight.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that are going to be excited for it.
Like Twilight fans.
Yeah, or people that grew up with the original show.
Mm.
As a heterosexual male, couldn't care less.
Fair enough.
What outfit will Sabrina use today? Will she get out of her trouble using magic? I don't care. Whatever.
She's a witch. And
she's a witch. Burn her at the stake. Get her.
Anyway.
Demon.
Yeah. All right. Next point of news. Which I just found this today. So, Adam Savage is returning for a Mythbusters spin-off.
Finally.
With kids. So essentially what he's doing is he's getting like a bunch of like 12 of the world's most science-y kids or something, and they're going to make a Mythbusters type show called Mythbusters Jr.
No, thank you. Next. That sounds.
Well,
that
did you like the original Mythbusters?
I love the original Mythbusters. That sounds god awful. No, thank you. Next.
All right, fair enough. All right, next bit. I can't remember if we talked about this last week because I think we mentioned it in passing. But Spielberg said that he thinks that Indiana Jones 5 will be Harrison Ford's last role as Indiana Jones.
I'm going to try to withhold my amazement at that fact. You mean to say the 97-year-old actor won't be coming back to play the action hero again? What? What is this nonsense?
But he said that the franchise will certainly go on without Mr. Ford.
Yay.
And Spielberg said that he's open to anyone playing the next Indy Jones, even a woman. And he said, quote...
Nope.
No, hold on. We'll talk about this, but yeah, I have a quote. So he said, quote, "We'd have to change the name from Jones to Joan, and there would be nothing wrong with that." End quote.
What?
Why the frick do you need to change a last name if he's gonna be a woman?
I don't.
That doesn't make any sense. Like instead of Indiana Jones,
it might be saying
Jones.
it's a different character.
Still, that's the stupidest thing.
Here's the thing: we've been waiting for young Indy this whole time, like young in his prime Indy since Last Crusade.
Young he Indy.
Right, and this is the thing. It's like it's not that I'm against the idea. The big thing I saw was everyone's going, "Oh yeah, oh man, a female Indiana Jones. Oh, if only we already had that. Wait, we do. It's called Lara Croft. We have
That's
that.
what
We
I
don't
was
need
thinking.
that.
Like,
Stop. Just keep it. You know what? How upset people would be if we went, hey, you know what? We should do Wonder Woman." But as a dude, it's like, just why?
It's
why?
Like,
we
it's
have
okay to
Superman.
change,
We don't need it.
It's okay to change guy roles to girl roles, but you can't change girls to guys because that's
Well,
you know,
I mean, there is a legitimate thing for that, and that's because there is an oversaturation of male white roles.
We've talked about this too with like Marvel Comics. It's like instead of changing the characters that we have and love, make new ones, or keep making things like Tomb Raider. You know, because we already have female Indiana Jones. It's Tomb Raider, and I saw the most recent movie. It's actually pretty good. I want to see a sequel with that actress and more of those films in Tomb Raider. I don't want that to be also Indiana Jones, you know?
Yeah, it that really bothers me. And the reality is not because it's one of those things where there are some characters that you can change, and there are some characters you can't. You cannot change certain characters.
I know.
You cannot replace and it's like you can call it sexist or racist or whatever you want to call it, but there are just some characters that are so ingrained in the popular culture that if you change them even slightly, it's going to drive people up a wall. That's just the reality. And Indiana Jones is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Indiana Jones, it's like with Batman, with Superman, with all these people, there's just some characters you cannot mess with the formula with, you know?
Yeah, and it's like...
and Indiana Jones falls into that. Yeah, it's like we want to see Indiana Jones. We want to see another adaptation. We want to see him go on adventures. We don't want to see a new spin. We don't want to see an actress take the lead because whether you want to admit it or not, it's going to change how the movie is played. Because the thing is, it's what Indiana Jones functions as. And there's a reason why the Doctor works great as a woman now.
Yeah.
And why
Indiana
Jones can't.
I heard that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
well, also
I haven't seen it yet.
Something with that too is that was always an option. Like he said like early on that he has like when he regenerates, it's always a chance that he could become a woman. So it's not like it's not part of his character. And also like the fact that every time he regenerates, he's essentially a new take on the character. Allows for that to come in, whereas Indy is set. He's Indiana Jones, you know?
And that's the thing with what I was saying was with the Doctor, it's not about male fantasy in a way, but for Indiana Jones, it's like he's like what guys want to be type thing. It's always going to be like that, and you can't put a woman in that role. In fact, I'm far more open to, we want to change the ethnicity. I'm like, that's fine. It's just, that's absolutely fine. No problem. I don't care. Get someone who's good. But Idris Elba as Indiana Jones, I will freaking watch that movie in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's there's no problem with that. The problem is that Indiana Jones is very much a man's man character. It's kind of like
he's
changing. It's kind of like
he's kind of like the treasure hunter version of like a James Bond, you know.
Well, that's the thing. It's almost like it's fantasy. It's wish fulfillment for guys. It's you go out, you find some treasure, you get rich, you punch a couple Nazis, and you get the pretty girl. And it's like that's how it works.
Yeah.
And that's what the character is to a lot of people. It's like it's what guys want to be type thing. So you're alienating the majority of your audience by turning it into a woman because the reality is it's kind of like trying to live vicariously through Indiana Jones. You can't do that. Whether you like it or not, the reality is that if it's a woman, it's hard to live vicariously through them. It's kind of like it's actually why I can't play when you're allowed to choose your gender in a video game. It's why I can't play a video game as a woman because I'm like I wish put myself as the character and like there's that barrier, there's that immediate barrier, and you're like So and that barrier that barrier is not there when it's a different ethnicity in my opinion.
Yeah, I do have a question. Do you think that if and when they reboot the series, probably post Indiana Jones 5, unless they decide to do like a Succession thing and it's Indiana Jones,
nice.
Do you think that they'll make it a time period piece so he's always finding Nazis?
Yeah, I think so. I think they should.
I think they should, but the question is, do you think they will?
Sorry.
Because, the last one was him fighting, like, neo-Nazis.
Yeah. Well, no, he was fighting Russians.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
But there was like, they did a poor job with it because it was like, oh, look at he's in the last one. It was like, look at he's fighting the Nazi monsters. And now I know in the second one he didn't, but he was fighting like children kidnappers. So it's like, whatever, punch them. Devil worshippers. So it's like, yeah, get rid of them.
Yeah.
But you need that kind of ultimate evil, and that's one of the reasons.
Well, I mean,
why...
like they could go the route of like he fights terrorists now.
No. So that's the thing. It maybe, but I wouldn't like it. It's one of those things where you can't give us sympathetic villains with Indiana Jones, and that's what we have with Indy 4, where it's like, look at these Russian war heroes, and it's like it's all kind of ambiguous as to whether they're bad or good or. And it does, and especially with Mac, the character of Mac, and it doesn't work. Indiana Jones is not a Cold War thriller. It is very much action adventure. Look at the Nazi who's going to sock him in the jaw, and it's like, So I actually get more passionate about these films than Star Wars. I feel like, as much as I dislike a lot of the new Star Wars I've got no problem with them adding character, and that's the thing too. Is it's with the new Star Wars, it's not replacing. It's not taking Luke and saying now it's Lucaretta, and it's like it's not. It's they're adding new characters, and I'm like, it's fine. That works absolutely great. Got no problem with that. Yeah, and it actually makes more sense the more you watch it now. Everyone's going, oh well, if you notice now there's more ethnicity in Star Wars. And I'm like, yeah. They're in a universe.
Yeah, it's like
it wouldn't be all white males.
Yeah, it's like. And I feel like that's the same way that the discussion we were having about like Marvel versus DC and like the comics in the last few years, where like Marvel tried to be like, hey, here's all your favorite characters, we're gonna kill them or send them off and replace them with ethnic female versions, and whereas and now they've kind of repented of that, but they've also called out the fans for like saying,
they
you're
racist.
Told us
we were all racist.
But DC did it well, where they brought back all your favorite characters, but also just added new ones that happen to be ethnic and female.
Oh, and they did something crazier. Even they actually grew our characters instead of growing the characters and then immediately resetting them to the beginning. They grew characters like Batman, and they had him actually have an impact on Gotham, and actually had him. Become a little bit lighter, a little bit lighthearted, a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah.
But they did it in a way where he earned it. It wasn't just like one day he's now comical because we need that. It was he grew as a character and you read it through the comics.
It's an awesome growth. Like that Batman run is fantastic, and every
have him. Have Scott Snyder in charge of the DCEU.
Yeah.
It's just
But yeah, like that Batman run is amazing, and like every single arc in that, and also in All-Star Batman, a little lesser but also still really good. Each arc is like a growth for Batman or people around Batman in some way,
Right.
But this is a good way to flow into our next point, because the next two things I wanted to talk about are actually DC comic news.
Okay, cool.
First off, there's some news in Deathstroke number 30 that might affect things. Brief spoilers for Deathstroke number 30 if you don't want to know. But
didn't even know it was a thing.
It's hinted that Damian might actually be Deathstroke's son instead of Batman's.
Neat.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. But
I don't think it matters.
No, but Batman's pretty pissed, and he goes after Deathstroke about it, and Deathstroke says that like it's a possibility, but he never like had the blood work done or whatever. So I'm sure it's something that'll be addressed in the future. But...
I'm sure they'll drag it out, and there'll be about 20 minutes of there'll be about 20 issues of trying to figure it out, and I'm like, it's a DNA test. You can do it in 2 seconds, literally. And then it's like, well, you need Damian's blood. He's run off. It's like, well, I mean, he definitely has Damian's blood in storage. He definitely has that. Let's be honest. And it's like, with the amount of... this should have been... And first off, this is Batman, the world's greatest detective. If a random woman who you know is also evil comes up to you and says, this is your son... First thing you do is a DNA test.
Yeah.
First thing. Especially when, in the comics, if I'm not mistaken, she kind of like drugged him in order for everything to kind of go down. So if you also can't really remember that night, it's like, I would test it. I would test it. I would test that almost immediately.
What's nice is
he's white and has dark hair. It's like, A lot of people are white and have dark hair. Test the blood, you know.
What's nice is he's not. This isn't gonna taint the Batman run because it's all gonna be contained in Deathstroke, as far as I know.
All right.
But basically, it was a way to just set up Batman versus Deathstroke.
All right, cool. Let's watch it.
Yeah. More DC comic news. Catwoman is getting her own series spinning out of her wedding in the Batman issue number 50.
Nice. Is it setting out? Is it Catwoman planning her wedding and getting really stressed because the flower arrangements are coming in?
I wish. No, it's happening after the wedding issue.
Okay. They're not actually putting off the. I figured they were gonna wimp out and not do it.
No, I think the last issue I read was like number 47 or something because I'm keeping up with the Batman run. The marriage is issue 50. So there's a description for this new Catwoman series spinning out of that. And it says Selina's new series will spin out of this year's much anticipated Bat Wedding in Batman number 50. But if you're expecting a romantic tale set during a tropical honeymoon or focused on Selina and Bruce's newly wedded bliss, think again. Catwoman's back on the streets dealing with a mysterious copycat and taking on a brand new, as yet unrevealed villain in the Eisner-nominated Jones' debut storyline.
Okay, some of that was English.
Yes. Basically, it's not going to be like all honeymoon stuff. It's going to be more she's back on the streets doing stuff.
Weirdly enough, I'd actually like to see more of that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just because it's a weird place for both those characters to be in is to be I honestly want to see, like, even if it's like a mini series, like 4 or 5 issues, I kind of want to see married life with the two of them.
Yeah, well, I think that'll be part of this series is her dealing, like, her and Batman's obviously going to pop up because, you know, now they're married. Right. I think that'll be part of that. What I really like is that they're not putting this off. Like, they're actually just getting married, you know? It's not going to, like, I hope that it's not going to be like they just get married and then all of a sudden they have to break up because, you know, whatever.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Well, we'll still see. There's still a few issues left before we find out. I figured they'd find a way to stall it or to cancel it, or she'd be like, "No, my heart's in the streets," and then she'd run off, and we'd be going, "Oh my goodness, hey, character growth." Hey, the character growth is gone. It's like I
really hope not, and I don't think that's the way that they're going to go because it seems like a natural progression for this character, and also they're doing the same thing with Lois and Clark because they're married and they have been for a while now, you know. So
but Superman is the type of guy to settle down and marry. Batman is not the type of guy to settle down and marry. But I think grew into it. Yeah, and then that'll add continuously more growth for his character. Like I think that's a new direction that they haven't really taken his character yet, you know. But I think it'll be interesting. There was one issue I don't remember where it was, but it was in the Batman run. And it's I don't know like how much of this Batman run you've read, but there's this one issue where it's just Bruce and Selina, like I think an issue or two, or maybe an arc after they get engaged, and it's Bruce and Selina with Clark and Lois, and they just have a double date. And it's, do they really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
You'll have to shoot me a link for that comic because I would actually like to read that.
Yeah, I'll send it because like it's awesome. It's so much fun because it's just like the dichotomy between the two couples and how they're different as couples, and it's like Lois and Selina get to know each other, and I feel like those two are the ones.
What? I feel like the two of them are the ones that would have the most issues.
Yeah, no. What's funny because Clark
but in a weird way, I think they're very similar.
He voices his concern about Lois meeting Selina because Selina's used to like is a known criminal and everything.
Sure.
And then Batman doesn't want to go because he doesn't want to go, but then they're forced.
He's the most miserable person on the face of the planet.
They're both forced by the women to go because the women want to meet, and so the women hang out and have fun, and then Bruce and Clark are just like irritatedly talking. And also, what's really funny is they do the.
Do you know what issue this is?
I don't. I'll find it. Okay. Off air. I'll definitely send it to you.
All right.
But it's really fun because they go to like I think it's like a carnival, but you have to like dress up in like superhero costumes. So they do the classic switcheroo.
Oh really?
Yeah,
so
Batman
Bruce Wayne
gets a Superman suit and everything, so that they don't get recognized. And then Lois dresses up as Catwoman, and Catwoman dresses up as Lois or whatever.
Wow.
So it's a lot of fun. And then like there's little bits where like Selina and Lois are talking, and they're like talking about why they like their guys, but then Selina says like but you really like the abs, right? And Lois is like, yeah, right? I mean, like, just little things like that. And then, like, and while they're talking about this, Batman and Superman are playing baseball or whatever. Like, it's so much fun.
That sounds like, that's what I was saying. I wanted a little mini-series where it's just, like, mundanity in a way, because you don't see that.
You don't see that in superheroes, yeah.
If there's an oversaturation of mundanity like you see in Arrow or in Flash, where it's so much like everyday life, you're like, all right, go back to fighting, go back to doing, actually moving the plot forward. But in comics, so often there's almost no mundanity that you need that kind of. I would take a comic that's just, everyday life with these characters, and you get to know the characters a little better.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that issue is. It's just a double date with those two couples. It's amazing.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it and send it to you.
Cool. Do you know what the run is? Is it Batman Rebirth?
I'm pretty sure it's Batman 2016.
Batman 2016. Okay.
Yeah, that's the current one. Oh, they're only on issue 44, so they got a few more before issue 50.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
But yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that for anyone that's listening, that run is incredible. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, I'm about to get back into it. So.
It starts off a little slow, but as anything does. But like the stuff in the beginning sets it up for a really awesome story near the first half of the middle with Bane, and then you get into some more really good character growth.
Yeah, the I Am Suicide run.
Yeah, well, the I Am Suicide is good, but then also after that, like, because of the stuff that happens in I Am Suicide, it leads into I Am Bane, and that's the one I'm talking about. That issue is incredible. But then also, like, what's really cool is in the middle of these arcs, like, the War of Jokes and Riddles and stuff, and in between, like, I Am Bane and the War of Jokes and Riddles, they'll have, like, one-off stories that are just these really deep stories about, like, there's one story about this kid that, like, is kind of in the same situation as Batman, but he's like become like a killer, and then it just it plays off the difference of, like, what Batman could have been, and it's just like this heartfelt story about this kid, and that's it. And it's like these, but it's still like really cool, and it really expands on Batman. It's really good.
All right, yeah.
After that spiel.
Yeah, no, I have it up right now actually. I actually have my background on my computer right now is a scene from the I think it's from the I Am Suicide. And it's Batman just having the crap kicked out of him by Bane, and it's you saw the same image, I think, and it's it's the whole, how many times I've heard that, rest in peace Batman, escape Batman. Yeah, it's honestly, I have that. I'm like, all right, that's pretty incredible. Inspiring.
Yeah. So I feel like sometime in the future, maybe once that 50th issue drops, we should do a topic that's just us ranting about how amazing this run is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, from everything from the New 52 to the modern run, because they're all fantastic.
I haven't read the New 52, but even just the Rebirth stuff, starting with
Rebirth.
And
I haven't read Rebirth, so we'll trade.
All right, cool.
You read I'll read 52 and I'll read
and you read
Rebirth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, we should do that when the 50th drops, because that run is incredible, and like even if we just talked about like each arc in that story, it's amazing. But yeah. So continuing on with news, in some more DC news, Young Justice Season 3 is moving forward. It's officially called Young Justice Outsiders.
Is it really? Are they actually doing it?
Yeah. No, it's happening. It's been happening for about a year.
I kept hearing about it, but I've heard about a lot of things that never end up happening.
No, the voice actor for Aqualad, Kari, I'm not sure how to say his name, but Kari Payton, has said that they recorded...
Mr. Payton.
Mr. Payton. They recorded all the audio for the full 26 episodes, and now they're just waiting for the animation to come back. And he said that he's seen some of it.
The animation is the crucial thing. That's the problem.
Well, he said that he's seen some of it and it looks really good. But apparently that season is going to launch a DC streaming service, because everybody's doing their own streaming service now. So I guess that's happening. I think that's happening in 2019.
Yeah, DC might get away with it. Marvel, I don't think.
No, but what's nice about Marvel is because they're part of Disney. Disney will just release theirs, and Marvel will be on there.
Yeah.
So it'll be part of everything else.
DC honestly might be okay with that, because they do some really good animated work.
Yeah, and they have a lot of it, and I'm really hoping that they put the animated universe, like the animated series, is on there. like Batman and
they can come
Superman
back.
and Justice League and all that.
Yeah, even they come back with a new Justice League television show, and from back when we were kids and watching those.
Those are incredible.
You know, oh, those are fantastic.
One of my favorite, if not my favorite Batman series.
Yeah. You want to talk about crossover universes? That's what started it right there.
Oh
so.
yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, so I think that'll happen. I think 2019. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. Young Justice is really good. So.
Yeah, I am too. I think the leap, everyone complains about it, but the leap between season 1 and season 2 was a little weird.
Yeah, I wish that we had seen in between. I wish like they would have done like Robin turning into Nightwing and everything.
Yeah, but I was also really happy to see that all the characters grew up. I was really happy to get rid of, because being completely honest, Robin was really annoying in that show. I was too used to Teen Titan Dick Grayson Robin, and that's who he is in the comics, but I'm like, I was really used to competent, if a little hot-headed leader. And when are they gonna bring Teen Titans back? That's what we need.
That's happening too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's happening. It's less official. It's less official.
Don't do this to me.
Hold on.
Don't get my hopes
up.
Shut up.
Listen.
You can't. It's like saying that Avatar: The Last Airbender is coming back. You can't do this to me, Dante. This is my childhood.
It's less official than Young Justice in that it's not already recorded and everything, but the producer and creator has basically said that it's going to come back. But it's going to happen. It's got to happen after the Teen Titans Go movie comes out later this year.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so
bring back the original, please. For the love of God. No more Teen Titans Go.
What I've heard is,
or you could have the Teen Titans Go movie be an interdimensional portal opens up,
and the real Teen Titans just beat the crap out of them.
Just come in and just kill, and not beat them, like murder them.
I've seen some art somewhere of that. Like it's just the real Teen Titans kick the crap out of the Go characters.
Good. But
yeah,
I'm not always an advocate for violence, but in this regard, I am an advocate for violence.
Yeah. And so. More DC news. This is moving into TV shows. Colton Haynes is going to be returning as a series regular in Arrow Season 7. So, Arsenal's back, baby!
Okay, Arsenal. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Roy Harper's back, so...
Yeah.
Which is nice, because he was one of my favorite parts of Season 2 and 3.
Yeah,
so.
and then he was one of my favorite parts of Season 3 after he kind of, got everything under control and became kind of his... So I was really sad when they got rid of him. So, and that's coming back for season 7?
Yeah.
Cool. I need to see 6. 5 was great. Honestly, I cannot stress how good 5 was when you compare it.
I'm surprised how many seasons behind I am, because I remember I finished season 4 and I was like, wait, they already got 2 more seasons out?
Yeah, I haven't seen 6 yet, but I'm hearing great things. I heard it focuses a lot on Deathstroke, and he was a great part of season 5 for the bit that he was in.
All right. I'll get back around to it. I'll slowly work my way through.
If you like Slade Wilson from before he went insane,
he was good.
Then you're gonna love Deathstroke in these, because he kind of this is a bit of a spoiler for you. Yeah, no, he kind of gets his mind back.
Okay.
After the miracle, they find him and he goes, honestly, it's all kind of a bad dream.
How was he brought back? Was it also miracle water or?
No, it was honestly he just kind of it just kind of wore, the Mirakura just kind of wore off on him.
Oh
no,
he was stabbed or whatever, wasn't he?
He didn't die. He was still alive.
Oh, okay.
He's been alive this whole time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they locked him away. Yeah. I remember now.
Yep. And the thing was, he kind of after they gave him the cure, it took him some years, but he kind of got his mind back, and he describes it as being kind of like a bad dream.
Oh.
And he and Arrow have kind of a heart-to-heart.
Sorry, I killed your mom while I was dreaming.
Well, that was the thing. They actually have a really cool heart-to-heart about that, where you can see their relationship could, in theory, be mended, because they're both murderers and they're both these killers. And how do you move forward? And Slade talks about you have to kind of forgive yourself, which is the most difficult thing to do, So
that actually
it's really cool.
Good.
And that's just the last bit of season 5 that I saw. So if you like that,
I'm kind of glad they went
6.
that way with Oliver's character, instead of, because all of season 4 was I've killed, but I can't kill anymore, and they were trying to do it that way, and it was really annoying.
Well, I mean, there are some situations. The thing I think that they need to establish in that show is there's a difference between killing and murder. The Lone Ranger, well, I just did a whole thing about him recently. The Lone Ranger killed people. The Lone Ranger was not a murderer. Arrow has killed people. Arrow is a murderer. It's just the way you do it. It depends on if it's in self-defense, if it's for the and they're both vigilantes. Generally speaking, and they're both vigilantes. So there is, and actually even in war there is, and if you should watch Band of Brothers in the Pacific sometime, and you'll see the difference based on some soldiers. There's a difference between murder and there's a difference between killing. Killing is. There's always it tends you'll see it. I'll let you watch the movies and you can come back.
I'll check it out. But so I think that's pretty cool. So final DC news. There was a lot of DC news this week.
That sounds like it.
The Batgirl film is happening again.
I don't care.
This
can
time,
can I say that out loud? Can
yes.
you give me a Batman film before you give me a Batgirl? Like
nope.
I don't even care. First. I don't even care about modern day It'd be like if you're giving me a Robin or a Nightwing film. It's like I don't even care about Batman yet. Convince me to care about Batman, then I'll care about. Nightwing.
You are getting Robin and /
Mother
Nightwing
of God.
Because
Mother of God. Are you serious?
They're doing a live action Teen Titans series.
Give me. Oh, I actually saw that. Teen Titans is different. I would be okay with that. And that's separate. It's not from the DCEU.
I don't think
I didn't
so.
think it was.
I think the closest thing would be it might connect to the Arrowverse, but I don't.
Which would be great. I'd love to see that. But they mentioned Bruce Wayne. Did you know that they mentioned?
Yeah, they mentioned Bruce Wayne and the Joker. Yeah, I saw it. That was on like a. I got that far.
I mean, in regards to that, I'd be up for it. I'd be up for a Teen Titans TV show. I'm not up for seeing a Batgirl or Nightwing show movie in the DCEU until they've convinced me that I like this Batman.
Yeah.
Like, convince me that I like Batman first, then I'll care about his sidekicks,
Well, just to finish the news bit, it's being written. They got a writer, basically. And the writer is Christina Hodson, who's also writing the Bumblebee solo movie.
Oh, was she the one? Is she the comic writer?
I don't know.
All right.
So.
I mean, I heard
from
rumors.
From the article that I saw, they just mentioned some of her earlier films, and I didn't really recognize any of those.
That's probably not her. Okay, there were a couple comic book writers who were saying, "Hey, if you still need a writer for the Batgirl movie, I'll do it." And I've read some of their runs, and they're fantastic. And I'm like, go with them. It would be great. But of course, Warner Brothers has gone with another hack, hack screenplay writer. I have no idea who this woman is. I have no idea what her work is. So I'm saying that tongue in cheek.
Yeah, you'll find out when you see the Bumblebee solo movie.
Yeah, no, I just mean Warner Brothers has a tendency to kind of just hire these people that I don't know what their qualifications are.
Yeah,
I don't know how they got qualified. Like, is it family money? Like, are they friends with the producers? It's like. There are better people out there.
It sounds like she's built her own repertoire of like lesser known movies, but I don't think she's written any blockbusters yet until Bumblebee and now Batgirl. So
yeah. I mean, we'll see.
If it's good, it'll be good.
If it's good, it'll be great. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. So moving out of DC news, the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon has a reported budget. And also, we got some details on how this is a really convoluted deal.
Let me. I actually know this one, so let me go over this one real quick.
All right,
cool. The budget is $1 billion over 5 seasons. At least $1 billion over 5 seasons, and Amazon snatched it basically right underneath Netflix.
Yep. But there's
which
also,
I'm okay with because I am subscribed to Amazon and not to Netflix, so I'm okay with that.
There's another stipulation. They
have to do it in 3 years.
2 years.
2 years.
They have to start production within 2 years, and it's a 5-year commitment.
Yeah, it's 5 seasons.
Yeah.
5 seasons. It may or may not be in the Peter Jackson universe.
Yeah, there's rumors that he's going to hop on as a producer.
I mean, do it. Why not?
It sounds like the way they're going
Go back
with
to
this
New
is going to be like a
Zealand.
Silmarillion type thing.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool.
That would
just
totally fit in his universe, so...
Yeah, I just finished the Silmarillion recently, so that'd be kind of fun. Go back to New Zealand, get yourself some polystyrene, and what is it?
Homes?
It's get yourself some polystyrene. Is that a thing? Poly. What
You're
is
thinking
it?
of styrofoam?
No, it's a version thereof, and they
Like-
use it for making
Okay. Anyway, a
rocks
version-
and stuff.
Okay.
Polystyrene.
Like
I'm trying to think.
polyethylene?
Whatever. No, not polyethylene.
Okay. I'm just rattling off
Whatever.
words that I
Get
know
your-
that start
get
with
yourself-
a polygon?
Yeah, that's it. You got me.
Polygamy?
Get yourself some fake rocks. Go get yourself some fake rocks and shoot in New Zealand. You'll be fine. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But it seems like a really weird, complicated deal. And like,
Well, I mean, Lord of the
rights
Rings
to
is
Lord
a
of the Rings have hopped around a lot recently. So
Yeah, it's a lot of money that you can make
Yeah.
based on a series like this. And Amazon, whose Prime Network is okay but not great, could really use the the news coverage and the revenue from this.
and
so.
they could use a really good hit too, because some like their
Yeah.
stuff has been all right, but yeah,
Jack Ryan,
I'm looking
man.
forward
Oh
to
no,
that,
they've had some really good stuff. They just haven't had a lot of stuff that's appealed to a mass audience. They've had some really cool, almost indie feeling originals that I've watched that have been really, really good, but not a lot of people know about them. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So moving on. Some Star Wars. J.J. Abrams apparently had a different idea for Rey's parentage in The Force Awakens, which
Yeah, I heard about this.
Rian Johnson screwed with. So
Couldn't care less.
yeah, the thought is he might come back and retcon that in 7 and be like, Kylo was just trying to trick you, but like,
Yeah, right.
What's funny is like I was
it
listening
was-
to another podcast and they were saying how like I think that a lot of people are, well, I personally and they were as well, happy with Rian Johnson's version, because if you go
Right.
with someone bigger, you're gonna piss off somebody, you know?
You're gonna piss off anyone no matter what you do. But the reality is that the whole thing was such as just look you have this character that doesn't have a character. You have a character that no one knows what her motivation is. No one knows what she wants, except I want to find my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the only hook we have into this character. Literally, that's it. That's the only reason we have any reason to care for this character is the fact that she's an orphan. She needs to find her parents. So, and then they go, oh, their parents are no one. Oh, neat. I just don't care at this point. It's embarrassing how poorly they've written this character at this point. It's embarrassing how poorly they've written most of the characters. It's embarrassing that they put out episode 8, as a matter of fact. It's bad. All of this, it's just.
Yeah, the most
If you
interesting
look at
character
it,
is
if
Finn.
you, even then, it's not really. It's like
I said
the
the
most
most
interesting.
out of all of
yeah,
them.
certainly, but he definitely has an arc. It's the most.
His arc was way more interesting in 7 than it was in 8, and it.
He didn't have an arc in 8.
Well,
the
yeah,
only person.
the thing I'm thinking of is when he was about to die, and then it's like that would have been cool, and then they're like, nah.
Yeah, but the problem is he had the exact same arc he had in 7. It was the exact same thing all over again. Nothing changed, and I'm like, all
except
right,
it was
why
it
do
was
it then?
worse.
Yeah, exactly, and then he ends up with some. I'm not even gonna go into that because then we'll be here forever. But
Another discussion.
Possibly a commentary. Well, I wasn't
Maybe?
sick, so yeah, maybe we'll do it.
We'll do it. Yeah.
It's just gonna be a lot of me swearing.
That's okay.
So, a lot of Dante bleeping me out as I'm just like ripping that movie apart.
I'll just get like an audio bit of you going, "Hey," and then just play that over every single time you swear.
Hey,
so
it
sounds like you're saying, "You hey."
Use Gorilla. I heard it once.
Yeah,
Use
Gorilla. Oh, it's funny,
Yeah.
but then like I'm stealing from them. So
Who's them? I don't remember where I got it from.
it was a Minecraft YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it was Element Animation. They're pretty good.
Yeah,
so.
it was funny.
Yeah.
But I don't want to steal from them. So
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I don't even remember where I got it. I didn't remember where I got it from, so
yeah,
now I know. At least I'm stealing from somewhere with taste.
yeah. But yeah.
Unlike the Star Wars movies, no, it's fine. We'll leave it alone for now. What's the next bit of news?
Solo Star Wars story trailer.
It looks good. Next.
This trailer actually looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the film, but this trailer actually looked really fun, and I'm like, this.
I'm
this
excited
could be
about
fun.
it.
Like-
So here's what I think. I'm going to like this film to spite everyone, because this seems to be the one film that they've like okayed the Star Wars fanboys to hate. Like the with a wink and a nod, the Disney has kind of been like, it's okay if you don't like this one. It's actually someone else's fault. And now all the fanboys are going. I've noticed it's like a trend now. They're all going, oh, we don't like this. I'm like, you've seen one teaser trailer and it looked bad, and you saw another teaser trailer and it looked good. And I'm like, how do you know if you like it or not? And everyone's like, oh, we're going to hate this one. Just like before the other one, they were like, oh, we're going to love this one. So I'm like, hey, everyone, shut up.
Yeah.
Watch the film first, then get back to me. And if it's contrary to what other people think, who cares? It doesn't matter. They already got your money, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to see this one, and I might like it. I might hate it. I don't care. I'm going to see it, though, because it looks kind of fun. So
it looks fun. It looks like a fun romp around the galaxy. So
yeah, and it's supposed to be set 10 years before New Hope.
Yeah, which is cool.
Gives me a great sigh of relief, because I'm like, okay, thanks. You know?
But, yeah, also it confirmed Chewie's age, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was fun. 190, and that's like 234 now. So
yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun though. So if nothing else, this was a good trailer.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we're into trailers. There's a trailer.
Oh god, there's more. There was more than one trailer this week.
The First Purge.
What?
It's basically just like a Purge prequel about the very first one.
I'm going to invent a new thing on this podcast. If everyone listening, it is called the veto button, where if something is brought up that is just undeniably, if it doesn't have anything to do with nerd or comic stuff, I will veto it and we will not talk about it. Okay. I'm not talking about the Purge. I veto that.
Okay. You've used your veto for this episode, so you can't veto the next thing.
No, I have unlimited veto, sir. You pick the stuff, but I'm going to cull it. I'm going to shape it into what we need to talk about.
Fair enough. I didn't really want to talk about it. I just wanted to mention it. It's something that happened this week.
It's gone. Let it go.
And then the other trailer, the only other trailer, I won't talk about that.
No, bring it up. You gotta bring it up.
No, I'm saying this is the last trailer I have in here. There was another one that came out like today, but I'm not going to talk about it.
It was an Infinity War. What came out today?
The Meg, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. It's another shark movie. But the trailer,
veto.
The trailer looked fun.
Yeah, veto.
Yeah.
It's not
so the one that I wanted to talk about was Johnny English, The Strikes Again. The third one.
I saw that one. That one looked fun. That was a lot of fun.
Well, have you seen the other two?
No, I haven't. And my computer just turned off for some reason.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, the screen just went black, and I was like, Dante?
No,
An hour and 7 minutes of recording. God.
Are you still recording?
No! Yeah, I'm still recording.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure. No, but yeah, so this is the third one. I've seen the first one. I can't remember if I've seen the second one, but I definitely remember there was a lot of the Pope showing his butt in the first one. So
you have convinced me to hate this movie.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's
like Mr. Bean humor. It's like Mr. Bean humor, but with like a posh Bond kind of character.
Yeah. I just went this whole spiel about not judging a movie before it comes out, and you can feel however you want about a movie. But I now hate this film before it's come out.
Yeah. It's a lot of like Rowan Atkinson's humor, but this one looks fun. So.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen the rest of them. I'm gonna be honest. Probably won't see this one unless you make me.
I probably won't.
But I probably won't hate it if it comes. I don't know. I might hate it, but
yeah.
I won't hate going to see it. Probably. The trailer looked funny enough for me to enjoy it.
Yeah. I was surprised because the last one came out like early. I'd say that at the latest probably like 2010. So I was surprised that they made this one this later. But yeah.
We'll see.
So Toy Story 4 has a release date of June 21st, 2019.
Yeah, it could be good.
Yeah, I don't know why though, because the third one was such a perfect ending, and now they're gonna go back to it again.
Because they can make money. I'm laughing because that's all I've heard recently. Everyone's going, why? And I'm like, because they're gonna make money.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
I don't know why there's just this much confusion amongst people. Like, I don't understand why I don't understand why a profitable franchise keeps going. Why do they keep making these Marvel films? I don't get it. They could have wrapped up a lot because they make a gajillion dollars. So yes, they're gonna keep going.
That's fair.
And it's like, and if this one's terrible, it's not gonna take away from the rest of them. So everyone's like, what if 4 is bad? I'm like, what if it's good?
Yeah.
So,
I hope
so
it is
I'm just,
good because the other ones have been really good. So
my pitch for it is that it takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where the humans have all died and the toys have become the master race.
yes,
So
it won't happen.
Yep.
But I wish.
So it's like Road Warrior meets Toy Story. So
Yes.
like Woody and Buzz are just mangle things, you know.
Yeah.
It is like they're like really hardened versions of their own selves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'd be good.
yeah, I'd really like to see that.
That's the end of news.
Yeah.
Final thing, we have to continue our fun thing that we decided last week. Yeah. So
Fun thing.
continuing our Disney Animation versus Disney Pixar bracket leading up to
Oh,
Incredibles
yeah.
2. Yeah, fun thing.
All right.
So this week we got 3 matchups again. You ready?
Nice.
All
Yep.
right. So starting with Disney Pixar. Speaking of Toy Story, we've got Toy Story versus Toy Story 2. What do you think?
What will get more votes? Ooh. Okay.
What?
So
No,
I think.
just personally, what do you think?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
which
You
one
know,
wins,
I'm trying
in
to
your
remember.
personal opinion.
Okay, so Toy Story 1 is the classic,
Yeah,
but Toy Story 2
is
is
incredible.
also really good, and I grew up with Toy Story 2 before Toy Story 1.
Personally, like out of the two, I saw Toy Story 2 way more, and so
Yeah,
like
same.
nostalgia wise, it's mine because the first one is really good, but it had all that weird crap in Sid's room, and my mom was overly protective, so she didn't let me watch it. So as many times, like I watched it like for every like 5 times I watched Toy Story 2, I'd watch Toy Story once, you know? So
Yeah.
for me it's
I
Toy
agree
Story
with you.
2.
Toy Story 2. That's the same
Yeah.
for me. I agree. I watched it more than Toy Story 1. So
Also, like Toy Story 1 has a weird hooker toy, so
that's really funny to me now as an adult. If
I
I'm being
never
honest.
saw that. But yeah. All right, so moving over to Disney Animation, Tangled versus Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6. That was a good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Tangled is great. Oh
Tangled
no,
is
wait,
really
it's Tangled.
good though. So I'm
Okay,
gonna say
hold
Tangled.
on. No, go back. When you said Tangled,
Yeah.
and I honestly thought Brave. I don't know why. Like
No,
my
we
brain
talked
was
about
just like,
Brave
oh,
last
Brave. Yeah, we did. Oh God. Okay, that makes it significantly harder.
I know.
I'm
This
sorry.
Week, like last week was really easy, but this week is a
Yeah.
lot harder. I'm gonna go with like my decision.
I like Tangled. I actually like Tangled a lot.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go Tangled, man. Like,
I'm-
well, like part of it is because
gonna
I
go-
saw Tangled more than I've seen Big Hero
Yeah.
6, but also like Big Hero 6 is a good movie, and it gets you in the
Yeah.
feels like all the good Disneys do, and I really like it because it's like, you know, superheroes and invention
Yeah.
and all that. But Tangled is amazing.
Yeah. No, I'm going with Tangled. I love. I really like Tangled. So
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was Brave for some reason. I was like, oh, Big Hero 6 then, you know.
No, yeah,
that was a weird.
Tangled's incredible, especially like that pan sword fight is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh man, the horse and yeah.
Yeah.
You know, actually, here's a little fun anecdote. My brother-in-law almost got a job at Disney World as Flynn Rider.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Flynn's
So
incredible.
then I looked at him. I went, yeah, you would do great as Flynn Rider. So
Yeah, he's an awesome character. But yeah,
yeah.
And finally, going back to Pixar, we have Coco versus Cars 2. Now, seeing as I haven't seen Coco,
Cars 2.
I haven't seen Coco, but
I haven't either.
Hold on. I haven't seen Coco, but from what I've heard of it,
No, you cannot.
No, hold on.
You cannot vote for a movie you have not seen.
Yes, I
I am
can.
not letting you get away with
No, I
this.
can
No,
do it.
I'm not letting you get away with this. You're voting for Cars 2.
Why?
Because you have not seen Coco,
No,
so
hold
you're
on.
stuck
First,
with Cars 2
I have
now.
2 points. No, shut up. I have 2 points.
All right,
First of all, I've heard that Coco's really good. Like, it's another Pixar
It doesn't
classic.
matter.
Hold on,
You haven't
hold on,
seen it. You
hold
haven't
on,
seen it.
Hold on. And second, Cars 2 is just made her as Bond, and it sucks.
I know, and it's so awful, and it's great. It's schlock. It's
No.
so bad, it's funny. You have not seen Coco.
I'm
You're
voting
voting for
Coco.
Cars 2.
You can't force
You have
me.
not. You have. I
mean-
will come over there, sir.
I mean,
You have
Coco's
not
gonna
seen
lose.
Coco.
Coco's gonna lose in the next matchup anyway.
No.
But
You
I
have
know
not-
that Coco's better than Cars 2 because Cars 2 is bad.
Well, you haven't seen it. What if you hate it?
I'm not gonna.
Well, what if you do? I just said, do not judge a movie before you've seen
And then
it.
you just did.
No, I'm just saying. The only reason I'm picking Cars 2 is because I haven't seen Coco.
All right, fine.
So I'm
fine.
picking Cars 2. I'm
Fine.
sticking to my principles, sir.
Cars 2.
Yay!
I honestly think Coco's better.
And that, agreed. But that's called democracy, everyone. Shout at your friend until he agrees with you.
Coco's definitely better though, even though I haven't seen it.
Oh, certainly. But we neither of us have seen it. If both of us go and watch it, we can. In fact, we should actually. If we're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Like, I'll
watch it.
I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't have anything else going on. So
and then we can. And then if you want, we can retroactively go back and fix it.
All right.
So.
Next week, if we've seen Coco and it's better than Cars 2,
we can fix it. I agree. I agree 100%.
I think that'll help too, because if we're gonna keep doing this bracket, and we've seen pretty much every other film on this, it'll help us be more even in our decision. So,
yep.
All right. So that was this week. Sweet. And I'm done now. We can move to the topic. So.
Yay! All right. So this week's topic is superheroes armed with Infinity Gems versus other superheroes. Basically, the premise is if Batman had the Power Gem and was fighting Tony Stark with the Mind Gem, who would win? That's kind of the idea. The only rules are every fight takes place in the middle of a city.
All right. Does it
matter
what city?
They're in the middle. I was in the middle of New York City.
Okay.
And there are all the environmental factors you'd expect there to be. So there's cars, there's traffic, there's newspapers, all that good stuff. There's probably a tree or two. And the only thing is that Infinity Stones cannot directly affect other Infinity Stones.
Okay. So you can't teleport the time gem out of somebody's hand or anything with the space gem.
You can't teleport someone into space if they're holding the time gem. So you cannot teleport. You cannot affect the other person.
Okay, but you can attack them
outside of
with
indirect
stuff.
means. Right. So like if you use the time gem, you can like have them. You can speed forward time, have them get hit by a car, and then have them get rolled over back and forth. You can do that kind of stuff, no problem. But you can't freeze them in time. You cannot destroy the planet with the power gem, but it makes you significantly stronger and more indestructible, that sort of thing. You cannot teleport someone in the middle of space, but you can teleport yourself and jump around and teleport stuff on top of them. That sort of idea.
Yeah.
So basically, the gems can't affect each other, but they can do so secondhand in a way.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Let's
All
go,
right.
man.
I will start this off, and you can be thinking of some as we go. The very first one is Tony Stark with the time gem versus the Hulk with the space gem.
Ooh. I think Tony wins because Hulk's an idiot.
No, okay, that's another thing. Really quick, the understanding is that every single character has a masterful understanding of how to use these gems.
Oh, okay.
And will not hurt themselves holding the gem.
All right.
So it's understood that everyone can use these gems to the. Now it's going to be limited by what they think they can do, if that makes sense. Yeah. So if Hulk isn't, but Hulk knows how to use the gem at the very least.
Okay.
So while he might not be teleporting debris or teleporting weapons to help him, he may very well be teleporting himself all over the place to just beat the crap out of Stark.
Yeah. I still think Tony wins, though, because he could just go back in time and prevent the accident that formed Hulk. He's not affecting Hulk in that way, but he's just changing the environment around him.
Oh, okay. I'm going to...
Because the time gem's kind of overpowered.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to say we're going to put up a rule that it's not that... We're not going to let... Because then we have that issue of like, oh, we can just go back in time all the way. No, let's not do that. It reverses time to a point. I'm not going to let you go all the way back.
All right.
It's more we're trying to keep it because if we start doing stuff like that, then we'll be like, well, you can just teleport the person to space. Oh, well, you can just blow up the planet. It's like, and then every argument ends the same way. And I'm like, I kind of want to keep it more interesting than that. So,
well, Tony might win then, because like
I don't know, man. I honestly think Hulk. Beats him.
Well, because like Tony could keep, like what'll happen is he'll get attacked, right? Because he's teleporting all over the place. Oh, but the time travel doesn't affect Hulk.
Doesn't affect Hulk, no. But he can.
Yeah, Hulk wins 100%.
But if he can pinpoint Hulk, I'm just playing devil's advocate for both sides right now. If he can pinpoint Hulk, he can actually use the environmental factors to get him, or he could pull stuff from other times, technically speaking.
That's true.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I was thinking like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Hulk wins, man, because he can just teleport all over and smash the crap out of him.
Yeah, I agree. And also, there'll be some matches where I'm going to be pitting one Infinity Gem against two Infinity Gems. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
This is another favorite of mine, and then if you have one, we'll go with you.
All right.
Ant-Man with the space gem.
All right.
Versus Black Panther with the power gem. Yeah.
All right.
Here's my thing.
Gosh. I'm choking on the awesomeness.
So Black Panther is already kind of indestructible.
Yeah,
you know?
And he's just more indestructible.
Right. But Ant-Man's punch is akin to like a bullet.
And then
But can a bullet get through the armor? And I was thinking about this, and I said, well, what if he just teleported inside Black Panther's suit?
Yeah. I was thinking,
like where the eye is?
Well, that affects the person, doesn't it? That goes against
No, because he's not teleporting him. He's just teleporting to him.
What if he teleports inside Black Panther? You could just rip out his organs.
He could, but that's not the most... You're more in danger that way. I was saying teleport inside the suit and punch him in the eye.
All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Ant-Man. Because he's already hard to track when he's small, and then if he's teleporting everywhere, you know?
Yeah, I don't think Black Panther would get him fast enough. That's the only thing. I think...
Yeah.
And I think Scott Lang is smart enough and crafty enough that he would think of that pretty quick. I think he'd go for a couple punches, and I don't think Black Panther would get him in those 2 punches.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, what if I did this? Because he kind of thinks like out of the box.
Right, and I think that would sell the fight. All right, your turn. And we don't have to be. It doesn't have to be Marvel. It can be anything. It can be Howard the Duck. It can be which is
That's
Marvel.
It
Great. Good
could
job.
be anything.
Good job.
Like,
it can be Harry Potter versus Peyton Manning from the Colts.
From the Colts, not from the Denver Broncos.
The Broncos. Well, yeah, he's from the Colts.
Okay.
He's from.
Anyway, no. Going back to real heroes. What if we did? Huh. Well, I want to say the reality gem, but that's like super overpowered.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a stipulation with the reality gem. You cannot turn the person. You cannot turn the person across from you into sponge. You can turn yourself into sponge. You can change yourself. You're allowed to change yourself with the reality gem. And you're allowed to change your surroundings so long as it doesn't TKO you as well. So you can't just be like, there's no more air. And then it's like but if you can survive that situation, so say it's like Iron Man, and it's like, okay, well, his suit would provide oxygen long enough for him to win. Great.
All right.
But you cannot directly change the other person.
Well, this sounds super overpowered, but I'm going to give the reality gem to Deadpool.
Oh, that's not fun.
Why?
Oh no, we'll talk about it, but continue.
Oh, that's fair. Whatever. You want to go with that, or you want to change it?
No, let's go with it.
All right.
Who's the other wielder?
Deadpool with the reality gem, and then probably, let's say Batman with the. Either the mind or the soul gem. I think the soul gem's more powerful, isn't it?
What does the soul gem do though? That's the only thing. We really don't know what it does yet.
And the mind gem just
has been able
shoots
to resurrect people. Well, no, the mind has been able to trap people in a prison of their own mind.
Oh.
He'd be able to get other people around him to help him fight. He'd be able to shoot a beam.
All right, let's do the mind gem then.
All right. I'm going, and actually enhances the person's intelligence, if I'm not mistaken as well.
I don't know if that's possible with Batman. But...
No, it is. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Batman. And here's why: the reality gem in anyone else's hand, I think, beats the mind gem with the stipulations that we've put upon this match.
Yeah.
So you can't directly affect the other person.
Like, I was thinking about the fact, like you said, to suck out the air. Like, Deadpool just has a healing factor.
Well, yeah, but the problem with Deadpool is that he'd start by just doing random crap. He'd have an elephant teleported, and it wouldn't even be to attack. He'd just be there.
Yeah.
The problem is this fight is a matter of precision, and I think with the mind gem, there was a time where Batman actually had the Mobius chair, which gave him like infinite knowledge.
God, right? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. The effectiveness and the the power, like how quick he handled situations was like instantaneous. He just took care of everything.
Right.
So I think that's and I think in another case he would lose, but because it's Deadpool, I think Deadpool would muck around about for so long, or even just for a couple minutes, that Batman would kill him, or at least incapacitate him. So
Yeah. All right.
you can't kill him, but you could blow him up. So I think Batman would.
I like the idea that Deadpool's just messing around the whole time, though.
Well, that's what would happen, because it's just like, and I think if it was someone else, who also would have to take a little bit of time to beat him, so
Yeah.
But I think, I think the thing is, I think if it was Batman with like the power gem, I think it would go to Deadpool. But because it's the mind gem, which makes him even more intelligent, I think it would be like quick. He would figure out, okay, this guy's got a healing factor. What do I do? And he'd basically just blow him up,
Yeah.
And scatter the pieces in a way. So yeah.
Yeah. Because you can't really trap Deadpool
Batman
in his own mind because he's insane already.
Right. You also can't do it because the gems can't affect each other. So
That's true.
yeah. All right. Do you have another one, or shall I go with mine?
Why don't you go with yours?
Okay. Indiana Jones with the space and time gem.
Oh gosh.
He has two. Versus. Ooh, who did I want? Who did I want for this? About versus Superman with the reality gem.
Oh, Superman takes
no, you
it
know
home.
what? You know what? No, we'll give Superman the mind gem.
Superman takes it home.
I think he does. Yeah, I don't think.
Indy is just a man, dude. Even with the assuming he could control the gems, he's still just a dude. And his solution to everything is shooting them.
All right. Okay, no, I'm gonna. You know what? This was ill planned. I'm gonna retcon this real quick. Still Indy, still with the time and space. Which, when you have two of them, I think it allows you to do some more interesting things than you would imagine. Like, I think with the time and space gem, he could pull items from any point in time or space. Like, he wants that sword that Caesar had. Well, now he can get it.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I think there's some interesting uses when you have two. All right. So Indiana Jones versus I'm gonna do Han Solo.
All right.
Han Solo with the mind and power gem.
Ooh. I think Indy takes it because I think Indy's smarter than Han.
Does Han Solo's increase their ability factor into this? And also, Han Solo now has the mind gem as well, which would increase his intelligence.
That's true.
So I don't think it's as simple as just like, he gets it. I think it wouldn't be as simple as shooting him, because I think he'd survive the bullet.
Yeah.
I think you need something bigger. But also, Indy now has the opportunity to get that something bigger.
It's true. That's what I was thinking.
If he wants, I'm pretty sure a lightsaber would still go through him.
Yes.
But does Indy know what a lightsaber is?
That's true.
So it's kind of limited by your creativity there.
Yeah. Well, like because I think Han.
And he does know what an atomic bomb is.
Han already has what?
And he knows what an atomic bomb is.
Yeah.
He could get an atomic bomb falling on the city.
I think
say, I'm out, peace.
I think Han Solo already has an advantage in that he's in that super advanced galaxy and he has the reality gem, so he can really just create anything from that galaxy that he wants to, which overpowers literally anything that Indiana Jones can pick up from time, unless he goes to the future.
No one has the reality gem. It's mind and strength versus mind and power versus time and space.
Sorry, I thought you said reality instead of power.
I did at one point. I changed it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I think. All right, sorry. In that case, I think probably Indy wins because, like you said, he can just pop out an atomic bomb.
And just
or like he
pop
can
out
even,
there like peace.
He can even go to the future, Like you can hop to the future, grab some, a futuristic atomic bomb and just blow him to pieces.
Yeah, so in the middle of the fight, Indiana Jones just like pops away and he's just like, I'm gonna go live in the future for a few years, come back and finish this fight,
Yeah. I think that, yeah. Also, I think, well, they fight about the same.
I think the only thing is, I think that Han Solo would end up. I think Han Solo would end up getting at him quicker. That's the only thing I think. I think that Han Solo would end up.
Yeah.
Though the chance that Han Solo has is that he just the fight starts and he immediately just murders him. Like Indy doesn't even have a chance to think about what he's doing.
Yeah.
And with Han Solo having the mind gem as well. He might be able to perceive how dangerous the other guy is with the time and space gem, and then his first instinct might just be kill. And with both the strength gem and the mind gem,
he could get there real quick and just snap his neck. Yeah,
get there real quick, snap his neck, shoot him. Indy isn't any stronger. He's got the time and space gem. Doesn't make him any stronger, you know.
So I think it depends on whether or not Han perceives that.
Yeah, I think so.
Or if he's just really confused why he was teleported out of the Falcon all of a sudden and now has these two
right,
gems.
Right. Well, I think they innately know what to do in general.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So
I think it just
Han
basically
might pull it off.
I think Han can pull it off if he moves fast. If Indiana Jones is able to slip into time and space, the fight's over.
Yeah.
And Indiana Jones has won. Yep. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a toss-up of who's quicker.
Yeah, I think so. Want to do one more and then we'll call it?
Sure. Why don't you pick one? Because my last one was kind of overpowered, so.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want me to pick one?
No, I can do it. All right. Here's one.
All right.
Captain Ahab with the power gem.
Captain what?
Versus Dr. Frankenstein with the soul gem.
Who's Captain Ahab?
He's have you read Moby Dick?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Sorry,
He's the one
I was thinking about that the whole time, so I have no idea.
He's a salty sea dog.
I heard the names of the people, but I didn't hear the gems. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
I was focused on who Ahab was.
Yeah, it's Captain Ahab with the power gem versus Dr. Frankenstein with the soul stone.
Oh. What the frick does the soul stone do? We don't even know.
I think it brings people back to life. I think that's what it does.
All right. Or it can give Mr. Vision a soul.
No, he has mind gem.
Yeah, I know, but
maybe
he could have a real soul.
Oh, he could be a real boy.
Yeah.
He could be a real Paul Bettany.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then he'll be the real Paul Bettany that's in Star Wars, Solo, the Star Wars story.
Yeah, he's real scarred up. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so Captain Ahab versus Dr. Frankenstein.
I think this is, again, like, a matter of who gets what first. Because, I mean, if Dr. Frankenstein can find some a bunch of dead people and just resurrect them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of a city, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, how close is, like, the nearest graveyard, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas I think Ahab would not, like, with his instincts as a sea captain, I think he'd be kind of quick to figure out the situation and then just punch the crap out of him, you know?
Yeah, he'd be armed with a harpoon, definitely.
Yeah, and also, like, Frankenstein's a weak doctor, you know? He's a weakling doctor.
Yeah.
Like a little spindly man that does experiments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I imagine if I go something like this, where it's like, you have the 3, 2, 1 fight, and immediately Captain Ahab just hurls his harpoon and catches him center mass and pins Dr. Frankenstein to a tree, and that's it. That's the fight.
Yeah, because I feel like he's kind of slow about his work too. Like, he took forever to build the monster.
He did bring corpses back to life and create. He created life. You want to give him a break, Dante?
Nah, he took too long.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's how that one goes down.
All right, cool. All right, so I think that'll be it for this one, for this segment.
Yeah. I can't think of anything remarkable coming out next week. Quick side note to anyone that's listening. We decided not to watch Quiet Place this week.
Yeah, so we will be reviewing it eventually. We're both big fans of John Krasinski, and also, apparently it's getting all the best reviews. So
part of the reason as well, like I thought about after we discussed it was, week 1 is gonna suck because everybody's seeing it, And especially with that film, like it being a quiet place and like more than half the film being completely silent, if you got somebody on their phone or anything, like that's going to suck. So
there will be someone murdered in the audience.
Yeah, like this film, especially out of like all the films, really needs to be watched like with complete silence. So I think
agreed.
Waiting a week or two is a really good idea.
Agreed.
But yeah, so we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll probably get to that. I think we could probably say the week before Infinity War, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, we have homework for the next week. We're gonna watch Coco.
We're gonna watch Coco.
And then next week we'll come back with a new topic. And then the week after that, we'll do A Quiet Place. And the week after that, we've got Infinity War. So we got some cool stuff coming up.
Sounds good. All right. Is it time for the outro song?
Time for the outro song.
La 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 la. This is the end. Nice.